Put this down. Um, the Fool card is the zero card. I mean, it's before he's even really begun the journey, but he is beginning that, but he hasn't really gotten to his first stop along the way. This is the person who's just coming out of the world cycle, in that this is a fresh new beginning. This is a brand new change. We do want to be careful against making foolish choices, but we can interpret this card either way. This guy or gal is about to step off this cliff, and the dog is warning him, hey man, be careful. But it could be like in that Indiana Jones movie where you have to step off the cliff, and then the rock or whatever it is comes up to meet your feet. And that's the difference between those energies. Don't move forward in a foolish way. Be very careful moving forward. But in this case, sometimes we have to make that divine leap of faith. Sometimes it's not always obvious what we're doing, but we just have to trust. I just finished the Leo reading, and that was their Healing with the Angels Oracle card that was pulled for them, was trust. You just have to kind of trust in the process. It might have been Cancer, whatever. Sorry, I tend to do these, whatever. I'll stop talking on that. Okay. So, covering you is the Ten of Swords. There's been a lot of pain, possibly backstabbing. I can't see a more uncomfortable person on this planet. If he lives through it, it'll be a miracle. But this is the sign of air, right? So that means it's kind of a mental pain in a sense. This can be, believe me, he's being stabbed in the heart. This can really, really hurt. There's a lot of feelings behind this as well. It's the darkest of night. There's no stars out. This person does not see hope. This can be a great deal of pain, but it is the 10. The 10 is the highest card in the lower arcana, the minor arcana cards, right? Those are kind of our earth suits, if you want to think of it that way. So this energy is coming to a close. That's the good news. This energy will pass. But definitely there's been some kind of an energy of pain that's going on. For some people, they had a great big important goal that they wanted to achieve, and they were unable to do it. This could be rejection. This could be a breakup. This could be just a great big huge sense of loss on some level. Crossing you or coming into play is the Six of Wands, but unfortunately it is in the reverse. In the upright position, this person's the victor, right? This person's the victor, but this did not happen for this individual, and that's why there's pain here. This is the person who did not win the contest they were going out for. This is the person that did not get the job promotion, the job offer that they were hoping to have. This is the person that did not have the success. This is the person that did not achieve or whatever. Maybe it was a relationship that just didn't come off, or that wound up ending, or something. But one thing we do have to kind of be careful with too is that when we have this kind of a sense of competition, victory, what have you, we have to be careful that when we're competing, it's for the best good, and not to live in an ego energy, because ego energy can really cause a lot of needless suffering where it doesn't need to happen. So be careful how you talk to yourself in your lack of victory here. Be careful how you talk to yourself. And who you surround yourself with. Make sure that your people are supportive, because this is just not even a fun time. This really literally could be being stabbed in the back by someone. Whether that's a friend, whether that's somebody you've been dating, whether it's somebody you hope to be dating. These two together, not cool. Not cool. Whatever you wanted to be victorious in, it just did not happen that way. I really want to extend my regrets to you. I'm so sorry. Right? Crowning you. This is kind of maybe what's on your mind, what you're thinking, what your plans are, or it could be what's going to come to pass. The Chariot, now in the Rider Tarot deck, this is the Rider Waite deck, right? It's a little bit different. You'll notice these guys here, these Sphinxes, they're just kind of laying there. They're not moving. And he's got this total rock chariot. This is a weird card to me because I want him to be flying. Like I've got decks where quite literally there's like winged Pegasus, or Pegasi, I don't even know, but more than one winged Pegasus pulling this stinking cart, right? This person standing here in this energy. Now, this could be, Chariot could represent Cancer. It could be because we're in the Cancer period of time right now. We're in the sun sign of Cancer. But this to me indicates, the Chariot has to do with, we've got our logic, we've got our emotions. They're both a part of us. They're flip sides of the same coin, right? One's rational, one's irrational, one's logical, one's illogical. Emotions, logic, yin, yang. In order to make this Chariot move, this person, man or woman, doesn't matter, this person needs to unify these two elements. It's kind of like, I can't live in my emotional pain so that I can't even move forward in my life. I am stuck here. This guy's moving in the upright here, gal, whatever. This one, no. Stuck energy, right? Even beneath you, you've got this Hanged Man over here. The Hanged Man is very much about holding still, meditation, reflection. In order for this Chariot to move forward, right? He's got to find the balance between those two things. Like, it's okay for me to feel my feelings, but I also logically have to talk to myself as though I'm the parent to help coach me through my feelings and find creative solutions that are going to work. Now, this card here was in the reverse for you. So maybe it's that because this is coming to an end here, you're taking your emotional pain and you're finding meaning for that in your logical sense. Like, you're able to rationalize and understand what's going on with that. And this Hanged Man energy right here is helping you to do that. This is beneath your feet. This is what you have. Kind of meditation, kind of chill, kind of, I don't know exactly, but I got to think about it. I need to figure out what my next moves are going to be, because I'm thinking that I need to move on. As my parents would say, you need to shit or get off the pot, right? They do mean the toilet. Sorry, again, I don't mean to swear in these readings. I want my niece and nephew to listen to these someday if they want. But anyhow, not that, their parents don't teach them how to swear, whatever. Okay. So this is beneath you, that idea of Hanged Man energy. You're trying to make sense of your experience and come out from that. Now, this card is also in the reverse, the Six of Coins. The Six of Coins has to do with balance, charity. This is associated kind of with Libra because of the scales, right? But this is in the reverse. So it's the absence of generosity, the absence of balance, the absence of reciprocity in a relationship. Maybe you've come out of or are coming out of a relationship or situation, or this could be you're not the contest winner or whatever, right? You're not the victor in that situation. It could be your relationship. It could be that there's an imbalance in that relationship. You're doing all the giving, the other person's doing all the taking. Or maybe you've been doing all the taking, that other person's been giving you all, or been doing all the giving, but they finally said, enough. I'm walking away from that, and you're no longer victorious over that. So whatever your role in that situation, just be careful that you understand what you're doing. This in the future tense, the King of Swords, this person can be dangerous for you. I hope you're not dating him or her. It's the energy, right? In the upright, the King of Swords, that's going to be your Gemini, that's your Aquarius, that's your Libra. Those are cool signs, right? Those are really cool. But just like this one here, we got that Libra over here. But it's in the reverse. There's an inequity in that situation. It caused you a lot of emotional pain. You were not victorious. Or at least that's what's going to be happening. You're not going to get what you want in that. And this energy is reversed. I mean, this guy could be very dangerous to the point of being scary. Or this could be that you have to chop something out that's really not healthy. If you've been in a relationship where somebody has been a taker, and they've been taking everything from you and stabbing you in the back and being a cretin and all the rest of it, and you have not been able to get your ground, you have not been able to find your successes, this person's holding you back because they're a karmic relationship, you may have to chop this person out, whoever that is. Just be super duper careful. There's a lot of people out there that are not even acting in your interest. I mean, there are a lot of people out there that are not kind to other people, period. I don't mean specifically you in that one sentence right there. Okay. The card representing you is the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. In the upright, this is the successful material plane. This is the happy family, right? Or at least one element of that. The 10 of Cups really kind of capitulates that idea of a happy family. But in this situation, this is about the material success. This is about a business, an empire, something wonderful, a lot of coin, right? 10 is the highest in the minor arcana as far as the numbers, right? They correspond, the tarot cards kind of correspond with the playing deck of cards. They're all lower or minor arcana though. But anyway, this card representing you, this is about poverty, financial hardship, delay of your happy, stable financial situation, the one that you've been working for, that you want. That could be because of some of these other cards that we've addressed already. Right? You're living in your pain right now. Some victory did not happen for you. You tried to open a business and it didn't take off. Right? You were in a relationship with somebody and that person was backstabbing you and you were not in a victorious way. And this King of Swords, wow. This is your environment card. Again, I'm looking at the King of Swords again. The Emperor in reversed. This is the guy that's cheating. Either of these guys. This Emperor guy, he's the one that is having a baby with another woman behind your back. This guy could be an Aries. And we know that the King of Swords, Aries is fire, but we know that this could possibly be the Gemini, Aquarius, Libra person. But anyway, it's that kind of an energy, right? The Emperor is somebody who, in the upright, he's the ideal father, especially if you're the Empress, right? Again, this could be, it could be same-sex couples, it's whatever. But in the reverse like that, this person's doing you wrong. They're having a baby with another person. Or they are, they're involved with somebody else. They are not the person who's going to build the empire with you, which is why this is in the reverse. It seems to me like some of you guys are realizing that that relationship you've invested in is not coming out the way you wanted it to. That person is not doing for you the way you wanted. That could be why this Fool card here. You're coming out of foolishness and taking a leap of faith and saying, I got to move on. I got to come out with my game plan. I'm thinking I'm moving forward in here. I can't be stuck here. But you're trying to think clearly. This is why this is not foolishness. This is clarity. Look at the halo around that person's head. That's divine assistance, divine energy. This Hanged Man is saying, I know something's not right, and I need to figure it out for myself. I am balancing my masculine, feminine energies, my logic, illogic, my rational, irrational, my emotions and logical components of my mind, and I'm harnessing them together so that I can move forward. I'm getting out of the stuck energy here. And that's why I'm going to be chopping stuff out. But be careful you're not chopping things out. Don't burn your bridges behind you. Don't be the person who's, not that you would be. Virgos are decent people. I don't mean that. I just mean, the saying, be the change you wish to see in the world. If this person's wrongdoing you, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Just move on, right? Don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck there. Even underneath the Fool here, we got the King of Pentacles in reverse. Again, he's just like the Emperor, only slightly less so. But this is that guy that is not building a home for you, not building a family with you. He's trifling with you. Although the King of Pentacles, Taurus the bull, right? He's a Taurus. He's a Virgo, he's a Capricorn, and this is in reverse. Again, this is player energy. Oh my gosh, look at this. Now we got underneath here the 9 of Swords. This is one of the most painful cards on the deck, I want to add. And just below that, the Judgment card. You're coming into awareness that this guy is not right for you. Nope. Cut him out. Get rid of it. I'm going to keep these. Get rid of that guy. He is not your friend. He just plays one on TV or some stuff. I don't even know. This was actually there, and this one here. Sorry. Okay. Now, hopes and fears. This is the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Cups is the suit of emotions and spirit, right? In the upright, this is about options. Having lots of different, I mean, look at, you can't even stereotype what's going on in here. You got victory that we see, right? You got the laurel wreath of success and victory over here. You've got the crowns of laurel wreath, success. You've got baubles, or, jewelry and trinkets and crap. You've got castles in the air. You've got, I don't know, a person, some kind of dragon, a snake. Snakes can be symbolic of change. What the hell this thing is, I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know. I guess I don't care. But whatever it is, the point the point is you've got lots of options over here, right? Lots of options. Your hope would be take those options and choose one, right? Pick one. Pick an option. Make a choice. You're kind of hoping for that, but you're kind of fearing it at the same time. I do realize in my own life anyway, that the things I want the most tend to be the things that I fear the most. And when I'm living in my fear, I'm not manifesting. I'm not making it happen. I'm not coming out of the stuck, these lazy sphinx or whatever they are laying down. They're blocking the wheels of my progress. I need to harness these suckers up, yank on the reins a little bit, get them off their butt, poke them with the stick, whatever. That sounds bad. Okay, use a carrot, right? Use the carrot. That's kind of it, really. We can either follow the carrot or we got to wait for the stick behind us, right? Being in reverse, we're harnessing this energy so that we can move on. That's what you're thinking about. And that's clear because it matches right here with your hope and fear. You want to narrow it down. You want to figure out what it is that you want to do and make that decision. And even your final outcome card, you got the Lovers here. But you're being stubborn, right? Now, the Lovers is about the choice. The yin and the yang. The polarity between two people. You want the Lovers, like the best in that sense. This is a Gemini. This may also be a Gemini. Whoever that Gemini is, they're screwing with you. Let him go. He sucks. He sucks. Take that chance. Don't be a fool. Don't be a dumbass. No lie. Do not kid. Don't be foolish. Take the leap of faith. There's something so much better out there for you. You do not need that guy or gal or whatever. I'm not trying to be sexist here. Lovers is the card of choice. It's about making a choice. It can be about balancing the polarity between two individuals. Just like in the Chariot, we had that idea of the yin and the yang. And that's what this is about. Again, it doesn't have to be literal male-female. But it's just about two energies that balance one another in a relationship and how positive they can be. With this card here in the reverse like that, you're refusing to make a choice. And or the King of Swords, that's the twisted lover. That's the guy that's messing around behind your back, stabbing you in the back, and you're pretending not to notice because you don't want to break it up. But look at this heartache here. This is the heartache of the 9, right? This is a supporting card in this reading right now. This person, whoever it is, whether it's that earth sign, or whether it's that air sign, whoever it is, this person has been stabbing you in the back and not treating you well. There is no victory in this relationship, or this would be in the upright. You'd be solving your problems. You'd be saying, hey, we're leaving that in the past tense. We're moving on from the affair or whatever that was. The Emperor in reverse. How many cards do we need to have to tell you this person does not have your best interest? Look how great this would be in the upright. You'd have the Emperor, the man of your dreams, or the partner of your dreams. The King of Swords, that air sign who just tells it like it is. Maybe he's a guide, maybe not. But he's honest and he's open, right? And he cares about you. Air signs can be very loyal to people, especially when you're loyal in return. You guys could be balancing this energy. This all is reversed. Cheater, pumpkin eater, or somebody eater. Anyway,